When my stepfather claimed someone broke into our house and stole everything, I found receipts from the pawn shop in his wallet. My mom was sobbing on the kitchen floor surrounded by glass from the shattered back door. My stepfather, Ray, paced back and forth with his phone pressed to his ear, talking to the police with this devastated tone I'd never heard from him before. They took everything, he kept saying. My wife's grandmother's jewelry, the coin collection, gone. I stood in the doorway of my bedroom watching him perform, and something about the way he kept glancing at my mom felt rehearsed. The responding officers took photos, dusted for prints, asked all the standard questions. Ray answered every single one with perfect detail. Too perfect. He knew exactly which window they'd entered through, exactly what time we'd left for dinner, exactly which items were missing. When the cops finally left, he pulled out his wallet to hand my mom cash for takeout since she was too upset to cook. That's when a crumpled yellow receipt slipped out and landed at my feet. I picked it up before he could react. Ray's hand shot out toward me, but I'd already seen the letterhead. Goldberg's Pawn and Loan. The date was 3 days ago. The items listed included a pearl necklace, 2 gold rings, and a vintage watch. My mom's grandmother's watch, the one that was supposedly stolen tonight. I looked up at Ray, and his face had gone completely white. Give me that, he said quietly. I folded it and put it in my pocket. What is this? I asked, keeping my voice calm even though my heart was slamming against my ribs. He smiled, but it didn't reach his eyes. It's nothing. Old receipt. Must have grabbed the wrong one. My mom looked up from the floor, mascara streaked down her cheeks. What's going on? I told her I needed to check something and walked straight to my room. Ray didn't follow me. That was his first mistake. I locked my door and pulled up the pawn shop's website on my phone. They had an online inventory system where you could search items by date and description. Within 15 minutes, I found my mom's grandmother's pearl necklace listed for sale, posted 3 days ago. The break-in supposedly happened 4 hours ago. My hands were shaking as I screenshot everything. The listing, the timestamp, the item description that matched perfectly. I texted the photos to myself twice, then backed them up to the cloud. Then I searched more. My grandfather's coin collection, listed 2 weeks ago. The antique silverware my mom inherited, listed 10 days ago. Ray hadn't just stolen from us tonight. He'd been systematically pawning my family's heirlooms for weeks, maybe months, and he'd staged this entire burglary to cover his tracks and collect insurance money. I found 14 items total, all listed before the supposed break-in, all belonging to my mom's side of the family, all the things she'd trusted Ray to help her store in the basement safe after we moved in together. I remembered how he'd insisted on being the only one with the combination, how he'd offered to organize everything, how he'd been so helpful. My stomach turned. I kept digging. I pulled up our home insurance policy from the shared family email. Ray had increased the coverage on valuables 3 months ago. The premium had gone up by $200. My mom had asked about it and he'd said it was just standard inflation adjustment. Now I knew why. He was planning this, setting up the perfect payout, using my mother's grief over losing her grandmother's things to make the claim more believable. I wanted to throw up, but I needed more. I needed something that would make this undeniable when I showed my mom. I snuck out of my room and went to the garage where Ray kept his work bag. My mom was in the shower and Ray was in the backyard on the phone, probably calling the insurance company already. I found what I was looking for inside a manila folder tucked beneath his laptop, a printed insurance claim form already half filled out, dated yesterday, before the break-in even happened. The itemized list matched exactly what was stolen tonight. My hands were trembling so badly I almost dropped it. I took photos of every page, then I put everything back exactly where I found it. I walked back inside and found Ray standing in the kitchen, staring at me. Where were you? His voice was too casual. Getting air, I said. He nodded slowly, but his jaw was tight. You should let me hold on to that receipt for the investigation. I told him I'd already thrown it away. He didn't believe me. I could see it in his eyes. The next morning, I asked my mom to meet me alone at a coffee shop. When she sat down, I slid my phone across the table with screenshots of pawn shop listings and an insurance claim dated before the break-in. Her expression shifted from confusion to denial to despair. He told me to increase the coverage, she whispered, realizing he sold her grandmother's pearls and grandfather's coins for cash. As she cried, it was different this time. This time, it was rage. We called the police from the parking lot and they quickly retrieved the pawn shop records. Several items matched the insurance inventory Ray had helped my mom compile. When they arrived to question him, he tried to flee but tripped over a garden hose. I watched as they cuffed him in the mulch while my mom stood beside me, trembling but silent. As they put him in the squad car, he looked up at us and mouthed something I couldn't decipher. I didn't care. Ray got charged with insurance fraud, grand theft, and filing a false police report. The pawn shop cooperated fully in exchange for immunity. My mom got most of her grandmother's jewelry back within 6 weeks.